important is it to recognise the experience of women with metastatic breast cancer?
Well, we've learnt a lot over the years about support for women with early breast cancer to get through that first 12 months, which is often a really rocky time. And we can reassure most of those people they're going to be fine in the long term. It's going to be over. They just need to get through their treatment. Metastatic breast cancer isn't like that. That first 12 months will be rocky, and so will the next 12 months, and so will the next 12 months, because they actually have to stay on treatment to keep their disease under control. And that's actually more like a marathon, not so much the 400 metres. And so the support that they'll need doesn't stop, at the end of that first year, and that needs to be really a way of keeping them going, supported for a longer period of time.
And I mean, they face a lot of medical challenges, obviously, but I guess emotional challenges too.
It's a complex mix of physical symptoms, emotional issues, and really big concerns about families, finances, work, all of those sorts of things. Many of these women, once they get through their initial diagnosis and are stabilised on treatment, won't look sick. They'll actually look like you saw today. They'll look well enough to dance, and people will forget that they're actually on treatment dealing with the life-threatening illness. And so I think that's really an issue. We want them to be well, we want them to be back at work and looking after their families, and yet you can't forget that underneath the water those legs are going to be paddling to actually keep them afloat.
So what are you hoping will come out of today's event?
I'm hoping that greater awareness of living with metastatic breast cancer for people in the general community will come out of this event, and also an understanding of the fact that systems need to be in place to help these women. We've heard today about health insurance. We know health insurance is important for a really large number of women with metastatic breast cancer, because out-of-pocket costs are often a big concern. We've heard from the McGrath nurses today. Most of them work with women with early breast cancer, and very few of them have so far the training and the skills to look after people with metastatic disease. So that's something we're advocating for, is really expanding those roles to take in the whole experience of people with breast cancer and their families.
And I just want to ask you, because you've been with Elaine really from the start of her journey, just a few words about her. I mean, what have you learnt about her and through her during this experience of hers?
Well, Elaine's had a real roller coaster ride through her first 18 months of treatment. She's had the highs and the lows of improvement with treatment, but also a need for surgery, which obviously spent time in hospital away from her family. And through it all, she's actually been very resilient. She's taken the punches and thought about it and worked a strategy and found a way to come back up again. And today's an example of that. It's given her motivation, something to share with other people, and we know that that's helpful. People with any kind of chronic illness, sharing that with others who are affected helps them, and also having goals helps them. So we've all been behind her to get this event happening today, and we're very proud of her.
Well, I know that she is so grateful for your support over the past 18 months. Thanks very much, Fran, and all the best.
You're welcome.